Hi friend, if you love a really good takeout style chow mein, then this one's a keeper. This is a classic home style chow mein that tastes really better than takeout. Let's get started. Here I have one chicken breast. I've sliced them horizontally into 3 pieces to make them thinner and then cut them into about 1/2 inch strips. Then marinate them with 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, dash of white pepper, 1 tablespoon cornstarch, 3 tablespoons of water. Mix them very well. Keep them aside to rest for a while. Let's prepare the aromatics and vegetables. Here I have 1 inch ginger. Mince them up fine and keep them aside. Now, take 1 large onion. Red or yellow will do. I'm using tropea onions. They are a lovely onion actually. I'm just going to use half of it. We are going to slice them along the grain, not against the grain this time, into thin strips, separate them and keep aside. 1 carrot, chop up into about 2-inch sections. Now we are going to slice them and then cut them into matchsticks, like this. 2 scallion or spring onions, separate the white and the green parts. Split them into 1.5 inch sections and then thin them out a little. Since mine is a little broad, I'm actually going to thin them out. Same thing for the green, into 1.5 inch sections, and I'm going to thin them out a little. Keep this aside. About 1.5 cups of cabbage, we're just going to slice them. Now for the sauce, we're going to use 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce, 1 tablespoon dark soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. Mix them well, keep them aside. In the chicken that we marinated earlier, now we're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of sesame oil. Mix them and let them rest for a bit. Bring a pan or pot of water to boil. Now today I'm going to be using dry chow mein noodles. You can use Canton chow mein, whatever really that you can find. You can also use fresh noodle. I'm going to be using 2 blocks of this today. Once my water comes to a rolling boil, I'm going to put the first block in. Depending on the thickness of your noodle, it will take you roughly 2 to 3 minutes. Mine took me about 2 minutes. You want to test them after 2 minutes and check once it's just slightly chewy. You don't want to overcook them. Remove them immediately. Put them into a colander to make sure the excess water drains. You can also shock them under cold water, but I'm not doing that today. I'm just going to add 1/2 teaspoon of oil. Just separate them, keep them aside, and I'm doing the same thing for the other block as well. Same pan, remove the water, let them dry out, add 2 tablespoons of oil. You want to reduce your heat to very low now first and then go in with your chicken. You don't want to mix the chicken, you just want to flatten them out and cook them on the underside for at least a minute. Once the 30-second mark is up, you can increase the heat back up to high. Once the underside is roughly lightly golden, about a minute, turn them over. Add in your ginger. You want your chicken to pick up the flavors from the ginger. Now the total chicken cooking process will only take you about 2 minutes, 2.5. That's it. Once they're lightly golden and cooked through, remove them, keep aside. In the same pan, we have some oil left. You can add another 1/2 tablespoon if you want to. Add in your red onions and the cabbage. You're going to cook this on high heat very quickly for about 20-30 seconds. Then go in with your carrot and your white parts of the spring onion. Here we're going to cook them for roughly just another 30 to 45 seconds. Add very light sprinkling of salt here. Then toss them, remove and keep aside. In the same pan, no oil, add in your noodles. Now when you've added your noodles in, you're going to be cooking this on very high heat. Do not turn them over or mix them. Just flatten them out. Let them cook on one side first for 30 seconds to pick up the char and get them, slightly roasted. Then turn one side over. Same thing. You're going to keep separating them as you do this. but you're going to remain the underside cooking. Another 30 seconds, turn another side over. In total, 3 or 4 sides, so this will take you roughly about 2 minutes. Keep separating them. We want our noodles to completely dry out. Now you're going to add in your sauce mixture along the sides and on top of the noodle. Mix to coat them very, very well. This will take you about a minute. You want the colors to be even across the noodle. This is going to keep roasting for a little bit. You're going to keep stirring the noodles to make sure they're separated. Now going with the chicken and the vegetables back into the pan. We're just going to toss them very quickly for about 15-20 seconds for all the flavors to combine. Now going with 1 teaspoon of sesame oil, a few dashes of white pepper, the green parts of your spring onion, coat to mix and just toss them, and it's ready to serve. Split them into 2 or 3 plates. This is such a delicious chow mein. I hope you make them and enjoy them. I also have some sliced green chili with soy sauce and rice vinegar. This is just optional on the side if you want to. The ingredients are all in the description box. I'll see you in the next one.